Greetings, solar, Christ-conscious beings of light. Happy 7-7 galactivation portal, SIRIUS gateway to the stars. Another weird and wild day in Wonderland. Where do we begin? 717 coming in immediately. The 7-7 codes. All day 77 and 17. One after another this morning. At the 11:11 a.m. portal today, it was 88 degrees out. So I was thinking 88 degrees at 11:11 on the 7-7 portal. Do we need any more synchronicities than this? We also had another massive heat waves around the world and major flooding reporting today in Japan, India, China, and Pakistan. Many other locations with major flooding coming in with these divine feminine waters and this intense heat that's been activated from the trinity of the Ring of Fire eclipses. Star blossoms opening up, waking up, stepping into the light. I also wanted to wish the Dalai Lama a happy birthday yesterday on the 6th with his birthday. I forgot to mention that. I had the pleasure of meeting the Dalai Lama back in 1991 with the Buddhist Churches of America in Findlay, Ohio, when I was an initiate of the Zen Shin Sangha, the Cleveland Buddhist Temple, which today, through a work event, I went by the temple that I used to train at, which is now like a Baptist church or something, and it was off of 222 with the 222 codes, and also where we used to go at it as children to this Christian holy grounds. Today I also spoke with one of my sister's bosses, a very successful Jewish man who has very strong faith in Judaism. And we had a discussion about this awakening, this great shift, which most people are aware of now, that we are in some kind of new times, new energy. And I was talking, I haven't seen him in several years, so he asked what I was up to, and I told him about this podcast I do and how I talk about these mystical, metaphysical, earth-changing type events. And he was very curious, and near the end of our discussion, and most people now are open to these alternative things, these metaphysical experiences and synchronicities. I spoke to him about that we're at this verge of this quantum leap of consciousness, and he understood quantum physics and the spiritual connection to the multidimensionality of the universe. And I told him that we were on the verge of leaping from Homo sapien to Homo luminous, and he really perked up at that, and he asked me, what is Homo luminous? And I explained that it is light body, it's divine alchemy, it is ascension, rainbow body, converting physical matter back to light, because all things, like Nikola Tesla would teach, are resonance frequency. We are light waves brought down into the frequency of particles, but we exist in both forms simultaneously, and also in between emptiness and form as we navigate in between the worlds of the physical and non-physical. We also had a new crop circle yesterday in sacred France. Vive la France! Aho to our brothers and sisters in France. And it was a beautiful formation which looked like a star blossom to me with a Celtic cross in the middle. And then today, a crop circle again in Wiltshire in the UK, which to me looked like an emblem I've seen in one of the galactic federations. Now there's many symbols and emblems and symbols for the different nations, for the different star nations. Then there's a type of universal symbol that many have seen. So blessings to our bro stars and sis stars across the pond. I'll try to post these two crop circle images at the end of the video today, or the end of this transmissions. Also, someone took video, which I'm going to try to post also of, I'm not sure where it was, somewhere overseas, of what started out as a rainbow, and then turned into, which looked like a red dome or red bubble, like a half bubble coming up from the horizon up into the heavens. Very beautiful manifestation from the higher dimensional realms, which is connected to the star Sirius and to Nibiru. But we'll get into that on another day. Today on the Schumann resonance, we had a short 35 hertz blast, which is part of the 8th code, the infinite. That was around 9 UTC. And this is synchronic with the gene key this week from the 7th to the 12th, which is gene key 53, which is the mirror of 35, which create again the 8-8, which is connected to the Lionsgate portal, which we've entered the energies of, connecting also with this harmonic convergence meditation going on all over the world. You can learn more about this global event on the harmonicconvergence2020.com. Looking at the map today and earthquaketrack.com, there was 122 M1.5 or greater earthquakes. And in the first image, you see these markers scattered all over the realm, with most of them within the tropics, in between the tropics of Capricorn and tropics of Cancer. It was funny, someone pointed out that yesterday I had a Freudian slip and called it crappercorn, whichever, most days. I do have marbles in my mouth and, have brain farts daily, multiple times a day, so just go with the flow. We don't take anything too seriously here. As great Heyokas waking up. Let's look at some of these earthquakes. We had a couple on the East Coast, California, 3.2, 37, latitude 117.441 longitude. So we have the 37 and 117 codes within encoded. Looking at the second map, we had in southeastern on the coast of Iran, 4.9. Fiji had 2 very deep earthquakes. We had a 4.2 at 587 kilometers depth and a 4.5 at 488 kilometers depth. With the 8-8 code, that was at 18 latitude, 177 longitude. So we have the 7-7, the 9, and the 88 encoded within that earthquake. Chile today, South America, had a 4.2, which is very close to the Tropic of Capricorn in the Sacred Andes Mountains. Multiple earthquakes in Puerto Rico. We had a swarm today, 3.4, 3.2, another 3.0. And then we had this swarm around Indonesia, just south of the equator, 4.7, then another 4.7, 4.8, then a 5.1. This surrounded the whole island of Indonesia, most of the island. And we started at 7 degrees south of the equator, 103 longitude at 6:16 UTC. Then it went to 9 degrees latitude, 107 at 5:17. So there's the 1717, which is another 88. And then at 11 latitude, 115 longitude. Then the fourth was at 7 degrees south of the equator and 125 longitude, and very deep at 517 kilometers. So again, the 17 code. And then in Croatia today, a 4.2 at 43 latitude, 17 longitude. So again, the 17, which was south of Sarajevo, close to the Adriatic Sea. Then we had this trinity of earthquakes, starting at the Tropic of Cancer in Puerto Rico at 17 latitude, 66 longitude, 3.0. So we have the 66 and the 17 code, and then just south of Panama at 5 degrees, north of the equator, 82 longitude. And then the Central East Pacific rise at 4 degrees south of the equator, 103.178 longitude, which is southwest of the Galapagos Islands. And then we had a 3.5 right in the heart of Lemuria, and the island, the big island of Hawaii, Pahala. Japan also had a 4.3, We had a 4.3 also in the Aegean Sea outside of Greece, in between Turkey and Greece, and then almost directly south in Crete, Greece, we had a 4.0 at 2111 UTC. These were both right around the 25 longitude, and the Crete, Greece was also at 2111 UTC, July 7th. So we have two with the 111 code. So these synchronicities are coming through in all these Earth activations, Earth changes, activations. Then last, very important movement, activation in the sacred portal in Pakistan, close to the border with India, at 33 latitude, 73 longitude. So it was a 4.5 just in the foothills of the Himalayan mountains. So we have the 33 and the 73, heaven on earth, aho. We will start today's first transmission from Ashala Ra. We are in the Sirius gateway. Tons of light codes are pouring in. 7-7 Sirius portal. There are many Sirius star seeds incarnated at this time to help remembering their aspects to help with ascension. They are advanced in the metaphysical sense, as Sirius has an advanced training school to which the ascended masters travel. It has a direct link with our solar system, and Sirians have been amongst us since the Mayan and Egyptian times. Sirius sits in the constellation of Orion, and ancient Egyptian gods believed that the gods descended from the belt of Orion and from Sirius to form human beings. The three pyramids and the Sphinx at Giza are some of the most mysterious and magnificent structures in the world. Together they show the concept of sacred alignment, a 3D map of the stars on the ground. The Sphinx was actually built a long time ago, way before the pyramids, and it is aligned with the constellation of Leo. The Syrians gave the Egyptians much advanced medical and astronomical information, and this helped them to build the pyramids and temples of Egypt. They helped during the fall of Atlantis, the fall in consciousness. Sirius is a training star system. So at this time, this date, 7-7 portal is important for those who wish to step through, step up, and take the next step in their spiritual developments. Stay sacred. Ashala Ra, lovingly shared by Sohila. Today from Divine Sister of the Light, Laura Pleiadian. Like a swarm of locusts, I can feel the darkness sweeping over areas like a heavy blanket, collecting what it can, the energy gathering those that defy it and sweeping people up into it, like as if in a swarm of locusts. Then there is the light of day that shines its brilliant light upon the fresh earth, as if after a heavy storm and a rainbow forms. The day and the moments are set, as so the parallel worlds of experience. Going through the rainbow or the darkness, there is no difference. To those awakened in eternity, in the here and now, what you will go through goes through you, as surely as the sun penetrates all matter. So take a breath of both. Accept now for what it is, it simply is. And the morning dawn of heaven will bless the dew of love to kiss your lips as if for the first time, awakened and awakening. From the new divinehumanity.com. And today from Isis Channelings, 7-7 day, 7th of July. Today is a 7-7 day. The frequency of 7 is pure and unique, that which is neither birthed nor destroyed. It is the sacred secret number of the goddess, the immortal aspect that births the God aspect, which then returns to her to create the transcendent third aspect of creation. 7 days of the week, 7 colors of the rainbow, 7 tones of creation, 7 chakras of energy, 7 circles of the seed of life, 7 divine flames of Shambhala, 7 gates of heaven, Osiris, Akashic records of Inanna, Venus, the divine feminine. It's the frequency of transcendence, bridging heaven and earth, for it originates in the divine Trinity, but has to find its highest expression on earth It's the frequency of destiny, soul purpose and soul quest adventure, that which each needs to traverse in their own unique way by gaining mastery over duality, opposing forces, spiritual, material. It is the perfect number and the first of high vibrational numbers, incorruptible, that which will always prevail despite all. It stands for victory, riding on the wings of willpower, courage, integrity, discipline, stability, confidence, and action, the higher calling of the soul. And it falls today on Savan Tuesday, which is celebrated in India as the day of the goddess Parvati, divine consort of Lord Shiva. Savan, the month of the monsoons, when the heavenly waters wash and purify, lots of karmic release, plus release of trauma symptoms related to karmic redemption, persecution, the earth and us, preparing us for a fresh spiral of creation. Savan is also the holy month of Lord Shiva, monad of the blue ray of God's will, power, protection, and wisdom, holding within it the magenta ray. The magenta ray, the ray of the divine feminine, the bridge between the red and violet of the visible spectrum of the rainbow, the etheric, invisible link between the alpha and the omega aspect of the rainbow. Red plus violet equals magenta. That is why Shiva is also the Ardhanarishwara, the Shiva Shakti, or the complete man that is half man, half woman, blue ray, divine masculine, plus magenta ray, divine feminine. Be light in grace, from isischannelings.wordpress.com. Today from Divine Sister of the Light, Elizabeth Peru. Beloved ones, are you feeling an inner aliveness? Is soul calling to you strongly in this life-affirming month of July, a planetary power month of alignments that awaken and deepen your psychic, spiritual connections? This Tuesday at 7/7, the day of spiritual mastery, if you are on your spiritual path, meaning that you've woken up and just love advancing consciousness, then every cell in your being will vibrate to this energy. Mastery is an interesting word. To me, it implies setting high standards for personal development, applying oneself to embody what one holds dear. I do my best to provide life-affirming guidance that speaks directly to your soul so that spiritual mastery becomes a practical occurrence. From ElizabethPeru.com, from Divine Bro, Star of the Light, Richard Rudd, Gene Keys, Unlocking the Higher Purpose Hidden in Your DNA, July 7th through July 12th, Gene Key 53, Immaturity, Expansion, Superabundance. The gift of expansion is about the expansion of awareness, love, and creativity, and those three together create a perfect harmony. Awareness without love can be cruel, love without awareness can be painful, and creativity without love can be reckless. Expansion really refers to a ripening of our spirit. When our spirit ripens, our life tends to move naturally towards balance. Life is a holistic phenomenon, but we tend to compartmentalize our lives. We think of our relationships as one thing, our family, work, and health as another, but these are all one thing. Expansion in one area only creates imbalance. Maturity is to allow expansion to ripple through the whole of our life, and the secret to this is effortlessness. Expansion comes without effort and emerges naturally, slowly, quietly. It brings calm rather than excitement. It brings simplicity rather than complexity, perspective rather than ambition. It all comes through slowing down. Excerpt from the 64 Ways, from the Yi Ching, Code 53, Gradual Progress. Gentle wood grows atop the mountain. Supple wood grows on stable foundation. Deep roots create nourishing fruits. Superabundance is the clarity of stillness. Expansion is intuitive restraint. Immaturity is uneasy stress. Intention with appreciation. The superior man attains and nourishes his extraordinary virtue to improve the manners of the people. From the GeneKeys.com. Today, from the Archangelic Calendar, Gaia is in a water spirit setting at the moment, And if we continue to make conscious choices, she will continue to move forward. She really wishes to have our input, and it seems as if this is the theme of the day. If we face the tough choices and make our preference known, mountains will move instantly. We will continue to ask Gaia what issues she needs clarification on, but I must encourage you to continue to ponder the questions we asked yesterday and the plethora of others that will pop up. To epitomize what I am referring to, yesterday was the exact day that the heart of the planet was returned to the indigenous people of the earth. It is also the exact day that the Dakota pipeline was squashed, and the next day the largest fracking company on earth went bankrupt. Clearly, no one reading this finds this a coincidence. If you wish to put this in terms of prophecy, please do. It most certainly applies. We are the most powerful metaphysical force in the galaxy, and when we are decisive, there is nothing that we cannot accomplish. The issue is, and I refer you again to yesterday's assignments, is that we are not being clear with what we want. We must all channel our inner philosopher during the upcoming seasons to be the most effective. Throughout all of our lunar metaphysical work, the corresponding columns in our calendar have returned to perfect alignment. This is a wonderful indication of our diligence and precision. Our legions are becoming a well-oiled mechanism of the universe. Kudos to the team. Moon anomalies and the planet's massive engineering changes will coincide with each other. Many people have reported noticing the moon moving forward, sideways, and backward. The magnetic and electric Earth has drastically changed, and thus it is moving all over the place. It is very possible that it loses its pole altogether in the upcoming seasons as the poles shift, but that remains to be seen. The instability the moon is displaying is the exact setting it needs to be in, and it will undoubtedly be going through a metamorphic period this season. Perfection is not a divine notion. We reflect the universe back to itself like a divine mirror, but which side is reflecting what to which? That being said, we are to commission to embody this notion of divine perfection in unusual and profound ways, as individuality truly makes up the purpose of our existence. The person in the unicorn costume, drinking pickle juice, holding an upside-down umbrella, reenacting the final episode of The Golden Girls on a rainy day in Tucson, is serving the universe much better than any so-called normal person is. This is because the divine dance is one of diverse perfection. Completeness is only achieved via the individuality given to us via the totality of infinitely expanding creator source. Galactically speaking, if you non-objectively look at our history, most of it is an utter embarrassment. We have not been always kind, honest, or forward-thinking. We have an opportunity to validate all of these things by becoming a direct conduit of infinitely expanding creator source. When you succeed with your part of the Earth's liberation, you validate all history as part of the path to realization. In order to implement a quantifiable law that allows for free will to be respected, we have disclosed a law that returns the energetic intention back to anyone who's forcing their will upon another. This is called the hand that feeds law, which makes this controlling energy backfire very rapidly. This was mostly implemented because of the vaccine agenda, but it is also useful in times like these. The earthquakes on the U.S. military bases are not acts of nature. They are the same thing that caused the Fukushima earthquakes and the earthquakes destroying China at the moment, until another government wakes up to aggressiveness of the CCP, and the CCP will be increasing its sneak attacks with seismic, energetic, and technology-based weaponry, and they will not discriminate with their attack targets. Wow, there are a lot of clones walking around, and not just celebrities, but many among our personal lives as well. We did not receive any quantifiable timeline shifts that induced a Mandela effect, but we cannot rule out the possibility either. The tools for today's assignments will be in the link in the description below. Today's assignments are: there are two giant slug-looking creatures on Earth. One likes to stay on the tip of Long Island, New York. and the other bounces back from Hungary to the U.S. very often. Hit them with everything you got, with sword and shield, and watch the many issues of Earth just magically disappear. To complete our trifecta, there is a malevolent stronghold in South Tucson. Also hit this with all that you got. The bubonic plague is easily fixed with orange and emerald green flames. Hold both for a 72 count. You can also use a rainbow flame just for good measure. There is more to be said about activating the natural electrical currents in the air than we can possibly articulate. This is why we will ignite these currents with electric blue sparks and allow them to spread around the globe. Simply catch one of these streams and light them up. The electricity we ignited in Egypt is ready to be harnessed. Yet again, do not find it a coincidence that rebel legions released a documentary about Egypt recently. The void rooms are in question. Are control rooms located in the higher dimensions? Simply travel to the void inside of the pyramids of Giza and Egypt in general, and envision the energy of the pyramid shooting out of its peak and traveling throughout the world. You can easily activate all other temples and points of power using this method, so please do not forget to do the same for the Chavin de Huantar of Peru and anything else that is calling you. This is from the archangeliccalendar.com, and from Nyingma Master, Tibetan Buddhism, Troshik Rinpoche. If your mind is pure, everyone is a Buddha. If your mind is impure, everyone is ordinary. So all we can say is, drop it like it's hot. Yes, that came right from the Tibetan Buddhist master. For some reason, that tune just popped in my head when we think of dropping it all, like it's a hot coal held in our hands, causing our own suffering. Let it all go. Today from the Zolkin Times, Kin 100, Yellow Solar Sun. Solar is the name for the number 9, and its keywords are intention, pulse, and realize. The 9th day of a wave spell is always impressive, a powerhouse of energy and potential for action. If you can summon up just a little determination, the number 9 will boost you up and deliver the goods. Today is the yellow sun, which represents enlightenment, universal fire, and life. Yellow solar sun is a special day because the number solar is sun energy and it falls on a yellow sun day. The sun gives life, and today's combination is so bright it is blinding. Don't get burnt by it. Instead, convert this energy into something brand new in your life. All you have to do is use your intention, and enlightenment shall follow. The guide today is the yellow warrior who loves to go on missions. When guiding the day, the warrior invites you to follow him on the warpath, symbolizing action. Enough talk has taken place. Time now to get her done. Be a soldier on quest today and be motivated. Time to rise up and lock arms with your sacred kin. We are unstoppable. Together, we are one. From Divine Sister of the Light, Christina Papagiorgio, Yellow Solar Sun, Kin 100, 7 July 2020, 7-7 Magic Solar Ascension Portal. 7-7-2020 equals 7-7-22 equals 7-7-4 equals 7-11 equal 9. 7 Magic, Mystic, Spiritual, Solitude. 20 The Awakening Number. 22 Architect of Peace. 4 Form, Structure, Foundation. 11 Portal, Gate, Polarity. 9 Destiny, Service, Compassion, Grace, Endings. Kin 100 equal Reset 1-00 New Beginnings, Leadership, Recalibration to Source Code. Double the sun energy today, solar tone, plus sun, a how, lots of fire and heat to draw upon to fuel your passion and mission. Another very powerful gateway today, huge evolutionary energy for new foundations and stepping up fully into your light and your power. Fire up the grid. Today's 7-7 double magical portal is huge as it aligns with the Kin 100. 9 months ago on 20 of October 2019, 2010 code, the double manifestation of Great Awakening code, It was a Kin 100 day. On this date, a great team of lightworkers participated in an activation to fire up the grid, reclaiming the power of all the obelisks throughout the planet, particularly in Washington, D.C., Vatican City, and London. The obelisks were unplugged from the dark grid, and the pollution being pumped into Gaia's power centers. Our mission was successful, and now 9 months on, we are witnessing the birthing of the grid activation. Today, the pyramids are fully cranking up this grid through the solar rays, pulsing in through their apex into the vortices and chakras. The 13 planetary solar disks are also spinning and aligning to activate the Lemurian consciousness ascension grid. So Gaia's hard drive is being completely switched on, calibrated, and firing on all cylinders. After the reformatting of her memory banks by the Capricorn eclipse, huge planetary advancements, ready for our next phase of power-ups. So take time to plug into this power bank today and utilize the vast solar energy to fuel your mission and Gaia's liberation. Day 9 in the yellow human wave spell of wisdom, influence, intelligence, free will, and abundance. Today is the day for courageous illumination, the day that you dare to shine. Tone of creation, solar. Tone 9 operates in the spiritual realm. Action, realizing, power pulse, essence, intention. The 9th day of yellow human wave spell is the one that gives the last push prior to manifestation. The solar phase is where we wake up to the fact that our will affects the reality we experience. So we begin pulsing, extending our focused intent into realization, visualizing what we want to manifest, and pulsing that intention from our heart. This assists us in making our dreams come true. This is potent manifestation energy today. What gifts and intentions are you pulsing into reality? Together, we are strong, rainbow warriors, and one tribe. How can you reach a wider audience with your work and influence more people? Are you ready for this? As you move toward your core of light, you will find a clear light awareness that is innately innocent. In this place, the mind is restored to its original state of receptivity, clarity, and freedom become expressions of being, and bliss becomes the body. A new reality is born. From the union of the divine masculine and feminine is birthed the solar androgyny of cosmic consciousness. Open your heart as a flower to the sun, and become the same love that holds universes together. You are the dawning of the new solar age. Today's question is, am I ready to courageously illuminate my true core essence, pulsing out unconditional love through my unique contributions to this world? Note, if it is your Gregorian birthday today, congratulations, you get to embody this special code for a whole year. What a glory-filled day to be alive on planet Earth. Now is the time to fully align with what we are here for, how we serve the divine, to truly step up and give our gifts to birth the new earth and the new time. Thus we are gifted once again with a very divinely spiritual day, supporting us to ignite our light, step up and truly shine very, very, very bright today as we awaken to our full remembrance of who we truly are, golden, solar, Christed humans. Divine blessings for the ignition of your brilliant illumination, of your unique spark of divine source. In Lakek Alakin, Christina White, Magnetic World Bridger, Kin 66. Kin 100, Yellow Solar Sun. The mantra, the code for today is, I pulse in order to enlighten. Realizing life, I seal the matrix of universal fire with the solar tone of intention. I am guided by the power of intelligence. And with this powerful solar Christ code, cosmic consciousness, God consciousness coming in fully now, and with these powerful waves of higher dimensional gamma plasma waves, fully penetrating the body, mind, and spirit, connecting heaven to earth through the avatar, through the sacred temple of this holy vessel we call the the human body or the spacesuit. We anchor in these higher codes into the grid to assist Gaia and all sentient beings to ascend to 5D and beyond, into the infinite, into Creator Source. Let us know, beloved beings of light, in the comments below what you're experiencing, what you're feeling, your dreams, your visions, your synchronicities. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below and the little bell next to subscribe to get notifications on future uploads. And as always, we have a link in the description below to the transcriptions of today's transmissions, and we archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. I'd like to also thank everyone for your support and contribution pledges on Patreon. If you'd like to support my work and mission with Prime Disclosure, you can make a pledge on patreon.com/Prime Disclosure. That link will also be in the description below. Now, with the wisdom of the ages and the ascended masters and higher dimensionals, the star nations, the angelics, the sky beings, the thunder beings, all our sacred ancestors with us now to assist us on this great mission, this great awakening, as we step into our glory and realize our true nature, that of Christ, the love of all, oneness, the unity consciousness. We realize that I and Mother, Father, God are one. There is no separation anymore. That was a simulated reality. That was an illusion. That illusion and ignorance code has been lifted from humanity. We have activated the goddess freedom codes. So feel into that energy, transmit that out to everyone you connect with, everyone within your field of energy, and then all life in this realm, and then transmit that out through all life in the galaxy, all life in the universe, and all life in the multiverse and beyond into the infinite, what we call the great mystery that manifests all into physical manifestation as part of the simulated reality, that we transform from the false to the beauty of that which is real, living from our heart, being true human beings, hue of the light of all rays, of all colors, of all timelines, merging here now, making ourselves individually whole as we connect to the holistic nature of all life and all light through the frequency, through the resonance of love and divine bliss. When we say to ourselves and out loud, I am here now in this body where I always am for all eternity, this sacred body, this sacred vessel of conscious form, from the formless into the form. And in this great awakening, all individuals, all consciousness realizes what every teacher, master, guide, awakened being of light taught throughout all time, all history, her story, all stories, that I, that is here now, is one with Creator. Whatever name you want to give to that, we realize that all religions, religier, to relink, to reconnect, to remember, or to make one through realization of our true nature, to end once and for all the lies, the deception, and the deceit of the false construct of the matrix, as we activate the divine matrix. The holy matrix is sacred, where each moment becomes holy, each moment becomes sacred, each step we take is in peace, harmony, joy, and bliss. For all life we call eternal bliss consciousness. It is that original state of Eden that was unconscious in a conscious state. We merge the two worlds. We realize our eternal bliss mind, which is one with the cosmic consciousness or the cosmic mind, the galactic mind, the universal mind, universal awareness, universal consciousness. Aho. So feel into that energy and walk your sacred path with heart, fully open, fully aware, and fully activated. Thank you for joining us on this great mission for all sentient beings of pure consciousness, which is everything and everyone in full manifestation. Keep shining your light brightly into the night, sacred star blossoms of the new earth. I love you all. Namaste. And we end this on the 818, the 88 Lionsgate with the one consciousness in the middle, bridging both worlds. The infinite manifest and the infinite unmanifest merge together in the Sacred Heart Center. Aho!
I'm actually crying. Oh my god. I'm actually crying. I mean, come on. Wow. This is amazing, oh my god. I suppose you don't really like it. Wow. Oh my god. I am. Oh, wow. Oh my god. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm looking at faces. Oh my god.
It's incredible.
So beautiful, man. Wow. Wow. Wow, wow. Have you ever seen anything like it?